fourth graders, and welcome back. I am Mrs. Lamando here to bring you our Fontes and Pinnell mini lesson of the day, so let's get started. Today we are going to continue with our discussion of graphic novels. So excited to expose you to another graphic novel that you may be interested in reading. Today we are on LA U4 Lesson 3. Today we are going to read a few more pages of a graphic novel and hear about one that we haven't heard about yet. As we read or listen, think about the features that the author uses to tell the story. For example, how do you know what the characters are saying? And here I've put up a few images of different graphic novels. Graphic novels come in all different types of stories. So here we see there's one called Pigling, a Cinderella story. We have Robin Hood. We have Pecos Bill. And as we saw the past 2 days, we saw one called Roller Girl and also one called Guts. Today, we're going to look at another type of graphic novel that you can find at the library as well that you may be interested in. Let's take a look.
We just moved to Bahia de la Luna. Mom and Dad say the cool, salty air will help my sister Maya, but I miss my friends and old life. It's always foggy here, and there are ghosts. Maya has questions for the ghosts, but I want nothing to do with them. But soon it will be Dia de los Muertos, a celebration to honor the dead, which means I'll have to get over my fears to help my sister and myself.
So as we saw there, Ghost is another graphic novel by Raina Telgemeier that you may be interested in reading. So as we saw that video, how do you know what characters are even saying in the book? Did you notice something that graphic novels use? They typically don't use quotation marks like we do in traditional fiction or even sometimes nonfiction. So notice the text features the author or illustrator uses to create narration, sound, and dialogue. So in a graphic novel, we may see a speech or a thought bubble. What does it even do? It tells what the characters are saying or thinking. The pointer shows a person talking, and it's kind of cloud-like. The pointer shows a person talking, and the cloud-like kind of bubbles show what a person is thinking. Sometimes we might see narrative boxes in a graphic novel. What does it do? It tells us what's happening, and it's written in the third person. It acts like a narrator in the play. Remember, the third person is like an observer from the outside telling the story, like the narrator. Sometimes we might see lettering. That might be all capitals, bold, or very small print. What does it do? It lets you know how to read the word. Sometimes it is meant to draw your attention to a word. Other times it can mean things like yelling or whispering. And lastly, we may see sound words in graphic novels. That actually tells you the sound that you would hear as if it were a movie. If you were choosing to read a book today, perhaps you'd like to try a graphic novel. If you do read a graphic novel, be on the lookout for some of the things we talked about. Speech and thought bubbles, a narrative box, different types of lettering, and sound words. All right, fourth graders, that's all for today. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to check in with your teacher. Until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.